CWW Amazon Experience. The CNG 9th grade community traveled along with Sambu to the Amazon rainforest. The Amazon jungle occupies 1.6 billion acres, of which 60% lies in Brazil, 13 in Peru, and 10 in Colombia. How is the Amazon's diversity globally and locally important? There are many resources obtained from the Amazon's biodiversity. For most, these are medicines, waters, living habitats, etc. For others, mostly big companies, they bring economic income. If the Amazon had an extreme change, how would the world, local communities, and I be affected? If the Amazon suffered a big change, lots of things would be affected. The Amazon produces 20% of the oxygen in the world. Many types of fruits are found there. Herbs we use in our food come from the forest. And medicine is derived mostly from the plants in the jungle, about 121 prescriptive drugs. What would happen if the Amazon's biodiversity were destroyed? How would it affect the carbon cycle, modern medicine, etc.? If the Amazon's biodiversity was destroyed, most of the global food chain would change. The carbon cycle would be affected due to the lack of fauna and flora. The world's atmosphere would heat up and produce large climate changes. Also, medicine would suffer because of the loss of medical plants in the forest. How did my prior knowledge affect the choices I took while on the trip? My prior knowledge affected the choices I took while on the trip because I knew the importance of the forest and how it affected the world. I tried to leave no footprint wherever I went and understood the different social aspects of the people living there. How do our cultural beliefs, media, and technologies affect the decisions regarding the Amazon health? What could be a solution to a human pressure? Big corporations have, through the years, affected our way of thinking. This led us to a consume more than we need society. For this consumed goods, resources of the forest were extracted, affecting its original state. Meat consumption is a large part of this change. Deforestation is giving space for cattle growth, affecting the soil and making it unfertile. A solution to human pressure would be Meatless Monday. How are human impacts affecting biodiversity in the Amazon? We are affecting the biodiversity of the Amazon by changing its original state. Cattle ranching, deforestation, rubber tappers are only few of the human impacts seen in the forest. By the change in the forest, biodiversity is destroyed and resources are scarce. By the cutting of trees, food chains are altered as well as the food webs, and the water is getting contaminated. Should the fate of the Amazon be an international decision or a national one? In what ways do you agree or disagree with the actions being taken by the different groups that have a stake in the future of the Amazon? The fate of the Amazon should be an international and a national concern. It needs international treaties in order to preserve their exploitation of minerals and resources by international companies. At the same time, national laws should also regulate the use of these found in the forest. Colombian government, NGOs, and big green companies are not taking enough action. Some governments have income interests. San Pedro's indigenous community is an example of modern influence. People who were once self-sufficient now plant yucca to produce farina, cutting down trees and damaging the soil. One of the most life-changing activities we did during the trip was voluntarios. Here, we not only had the opportunity to meet the people of the community, but also to give your time and effort in order to help the children in the community. This can also build you as a person.